Welcome back to the Automotive Blockchain channel, everyone. Well, in today's video, we'll be discussing BMW and DHL and their proof of concept blockchain. We'll touch on some of the real world utility, and listen in, because we're also going to be touching on some real life utility. So this article is from Ledger Insights, and it starts off this way. DHL is one of several logistic partners that work with BMW in Asia. Typically, each logistic firm runs its own computer systems, as does BMW and its dealers. But what if they could share that data? So the automaker and DHL decided to work on a blockchain proof of concept. And the goal with this realistically was to provide better visibility for parts shipped from Malaysia. Now, traditionally, separate proprietary systems that record data result in a lengthy manual reconciliation process to match shipment data. And additionally, discrepancies would require further digging in, which takes even more time and effort. This sort of thing has been going on for years, unfortunately, in the automotive industry. And I'm here to tell you that when it comes to shipment, especially those things of parts, not everything shipped makes it to its intended destination. When discrepancies happen on that manifest, it not only causes all sorts of inventory issues, it may cause losses of profits, backup in payments to third-party vendors, and quite frankly, it's going to cause a lot of customer dissatisfaction. Think about it from the perspective of getting those necessary parts for the recalls, the thousands upon thousands of recalled vehicles out there. So you can start to see where this blockchain proof of concept becomes important and has a real-world utility, especially in the form of parts. Now, it should be of no one's surprise. Anyone who's been paying attention to the blockchain industry understands that VChain is the common thread between DHL and BMW. So it would not surprise me if VChain is in the back end somewhere for this proof of concept. Now, that said, the article doesn't mention VChain by name, but let's just face it, I would not be surprised. Now, what about real life? Alright, have you ever been doing something the same way for so long that you just get used to the process and accept whatever issues, whatever mishaps develop? And none of your friends, family members, business partners tell you because they've just been doing the same thing also. And it takes this outside entity, this new spunky employee or this new friend that asks you, why have you been doing it this way? And you just respond, I don't know, it's because that's the way I've always done it. See, when a problem has been going on for so long and it's finally been identified, to do a course correction is a lengthy process. And most of the time that's because those newfound insights don't always line up with those old tired habits. Now let's get back to real world. To circumvent these issues, DHL and BMW established a private blockchain platform to share supply chain data among participants seamlessly. And because this is a private blockchain, the stakeholders are only allowed to access to data which they need. Now, additionally, the system also provided real-time shipment tracking from placing an order to delivery of parts. And now, in theory, they're saying that this would help BMW dealers efficiently manage their inventory. The article goes on to read that meanwhile, the proof of concept, this POC, also provided transparency into the performance of supply chain. And they have a graphical dashboard to view details such as placed orders, orders in transit, and delivered orders. And that's a big deal from the manufacturer's perspective, because now they're able, with this proof of concept, they would be able then to track not just the manufacturing of the particular parts, but also the selling of the parts at the dealership level, which is awesome. So how do we break this down with real life utility? Think about this. BMW chose an established entity, DHL, a company that knows the logistics and understands the tasks at hand and has literally been down the road before. Consider doing that in your own life as you're pursuing your dreams, your aspirations, and going through your trials and tribulations. You know, those things that you want to achieve and those things you want to overcome. Go ahead and seek diligently to find that person, that resource, that knowledge base for your road ahead. And here's the thing, only partner with those who truly have a stake in your well-being and have a mutual stake in the outcome. Because I tell you what, if you find that person that company, that entity that has that fruit of success built on the foundation of a whole lot of failure. And it's kind of like what Will Smith said.
I love this one. Fail early, fail often, fail forward. You know, it's always a little bit frustrating to me when people have a negative relationship with failure. Failure is a massive part of being able to be successful.
You might have something there in that person. And remember, listen here, not everybody needs access to your innermost aspirations and your heart's desires. Because if you let any old thing in there, that POC could stand for Partnership of Confusion. And this is your real life utility. So let me know what you think of this video, how I've broken down the DHL and BMW. I understand the article is a little older, but I wanted to put a little different twist to kind of bring something fresh to your mind on something that still is taking place in the real world.